Single will be nice. Okay, let's a little bit of a revised list here. So six fields, 4/2 in favor of Field of Ruin because it's a mandatory shuffle. And then we don't need Break the Ice, I think, because we have 6 fields. And we also, like, Voidwalker's really good against them also. Shadow of Doubt can be good. I don't think we need the field to break the ices. Maybe we have one too many 2-drops. Our curve is obviously kind of weird, a little wonky. It's also like the Malakir Rebirth or like combination land. So if we let me think about the curve like this. Looks a bit better. Argument is Surgical. I mean, I'd rather play Leyline over Surgical because of how much living in there is. I'm not necessarily thinking these Necromentias are great because it's like I didn't bring them in against Tron. I didn't bring them in against Yawgmoth. I would still want them for creativity, but I have the Ratchet Bombs for creativity. Maybe they should be Orvars instead because I have Leylines for living in. I have Ratchet Bombs for Rhinos. I have Pithing Needles for Yawgmoth Tron also. Leyline also comes in against Yawg. So they could be Orvars. They could also be something else for like the Omnath matchup. I have the Tourachs for Omnath and blue-white. Cash it with the 5-pack. Right about Whisper being better than Sideboard with colorless lands. Yeah, so there's definitely several spots where like Night's Whisper would have been better. I think I'm gonna still keep playing with the Sign and Bloods. We have, especially now that we're up 2 black sources. Again, we also only have 2 copies. It's not like we're playing 4. Yeah, sorry, the Silex. That was sorry, Silex. I do think 4 like Ratchet Bomb effects is good, but we'll play 1 Silex for needle purposes. In 2/3 color decks, how do you feel about Ratchet Bomb versus EE? Depends on like how many sideboard cards you want for creativity. Yeah, I know there's a deck tech. It's just I tend to like transition the decks first and then get the deck techs. I did see it. Thank you. No, I think I want either Orvars or another sideboard card for 4-color Omnath. Let's maybe just play the Orvars now and then think about switching those for other cards after some testing. The utility lands. I don't think it's super common that you see this. A painless mana base or relatively painless in a deck with the One Ring is also really valuable. Ragavan also is kind of a lot worse than it has been in the past. So like you're not as incentivized to splash for like specifically Ragavan because of Bowmasters. Okay, here's the deck tech. I mean, you should be playing a Ring over Jace in like every deck, but you can play Jace for like nostalgia if you want. Although 4th Snapcaster might be better than Jace. Snapcaster Sauron's Ransom seems good. Sauron's Ransom might be better than Jace. So we're up against Living End. I think... Oh, okay. Well, I was going to think about going to discard and just discarding my Voidwalker to hand size next turn, but obviously that's not an option. I think Night's Whisper, but yeah, and Night's Whisper is interesting. We could maybe have a Night's Whisper better than Sign and Blood counter going. Don't play Motion. Do not put Notion Thief in your modern sideboard. I'm begging you, please. If you listen to one thing I say, don't play that. Also, please, please don't play Damnation in your tribal deck either. Like, just come on, please. What can I do to make you not play Damnation in your like in your deck with 14 creatures? Just don't do it. I took my grief. Yeah, I think now I just have to play the Voidwalker. But you really want Voidwalker in your graveyard against Living In, so that if they Shardless Agent, you just untap, cast the Living In with Voidwalker. Here it looks like we're gonna be a little slow. Just please, come on, please. Damnation's not even like good. It's like Murderous Cut is still unplayable in Mono Black, still unplayable in Modern. Okay, so we're gonna bring in the Leylines and the Tourachs over the pushes, the Edicts. do like Shadow of Doubt here over Sheoldred 4. Sheoldred 3, rather. Yeah, so I want to cut the Jace to the Damnation really badly. You can play Jace for nostalgia, that's fine. But let's get the 4th Archmage's Charm in there, and the 4th Snapcaster is kind of my opinion. I would really like to see like 2nd Force in the sideboard at least. Over the Notion Thief seems fine. Rest of the sideboard seems pretty good, honestly. Would maybe like the 3rd Explosives, because you're kind of cold to Sanctifier. Maybe over 2nd Subtlety. Yeah, I considered playing a Cling to Dust. I like it a lot worse without coffers, though. Okay, I'm gonna use the restroom and like splash some water in my face and hopefully focus up.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike. Hey guys. I was just sitting here. Happy 4th of July. Merca's birthday. Happy birthday, Merca. Hello.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
Hey guys. I'm not Spike. You're right. I'm an imposter. Who is Spike? You say? He is gone forever. You do not have a Spike. Okay, bye.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
Wait.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
Wow, 7-card Leyline hand again? And a Voidwalker? Wait, what did Esther do? Okay. Okay, that's fine.
I'm just saying that Aspiring Spike doesn't exist anymore.
Never existed in the first place. My opponent says, why even bother fishing for info? But when the PT, I'm going to change my handle. I'm just going to delete my handle. Sanctuary means living end. Yeah, I think they're living end. I think they're living end. I think they're living end. It's funny. No, we lost them all to 1, but it was close. Be bad if they have the whale. I think it's fair to say you've played the most modern video on the planet. I don't think so, no. I'm sure there's a big planet. I'm sure people play more modern than me, especially because like I didn't start playing modern until like 2014, and you know, so like people have like 2 or 3, 4 years advantage on me. Oh, I should have attacked first. It's just so fogged up today. I can't focus. I don't know. Maybe I had too much coffee, too. I drink more than normal. Find a basic forest. Like the 6-drop. A lot of us do play Basic Mountain now. There's a chance this is awesome. Cool. Yeah, I'm not sure where the swamp is from. I just got the All Access Pass, so I thought it fit the deck pretty well. Yeah, concede that game. If I needed a hand in Decklist today, what would I play? I would play Your Pet deck. Looking Man, 9 months, thank you. I think I'm gonna play 3rd Sheoldred over 4th Ring actually here. Yeah, the all access token is online. You right click at the. Oh, I didn't know you could right click and see the set. Phyrexia, all will be one. Ooh. And cool hand. 2 7-card Leyline hands? Let's go. Obviously, they could have their disenchants in this game. Bowmasters is also a pretty quick clock against them. Someone saw you saying you saw your poacher deck another chat. Maybe. They maybe just, like, played against me when I was off stream, but I've been playing a lot of decks off stream. I don't know. I'm playing a lot of decks off stream. I'm not too worried about people thinking they know the tech just from like running into me once. What are the Grafdigger's Cage 4 and 4 color? Yawgmoth. But it's Yawgmoth, but it's also something you want against like breach decks, and it's nice to not auto lose to Dredge too. Mostly for Yawgmoth. Yeah, the difference between Field of Ruin and Demolition Field is that, and this is something I just learned today, but is that if your opponent, like, Field of Ruin is a mandatory shuffle, Demolition Field's not, and sometimes you'll like scry a card to the top or surveil a card to the top, get fielded, and then you won't want to shuffle. Probably better to Bowmasters, and maybe we end up kicking Tourach. And you won't want to shuffle. But Field of Ruin forces the shuffle, Demolition Field doesn't. Obviously very, very same. I've been testing stock meta lists off stream. Yeah. I don't think anything. I don't know. Yeah, relatively stock. How much money do you make from just leagues? Like $20,000-$30,000 a month from just the like Magic Online tickets. Why are people playing 3 copies of Ring instead of 4? The only reason is you don't own 4 rings. Could be good to play a Tourach here. Let's do it. And then if we were like legend rolling Tourach's next turn, then we at least have 1 in the graveyard for living in. We also get to attack for more. Yeah, in Commander, Demolition Field it's only the person that gets that is fielded has to shuffle, and apparently in Commander everyone gets a land when you use Field of Ruin. Yeah, Tourach is pretty nice against them. I mean, Field of Ruin like nice group hug card. I'm gonna deal with your Gaia's Cradle, but everyone gets a land. I want to play an EDH Group Hug Thassa's Oracle combo. I want to like play just Group Hug cards, make it look like I'm friendly, doing whatever, and then just Demonic Consultation Thassa's Oracle. Alright, let's not Leyline the Void here. Works really hard into Force of Vigor, but we can. I'm gonna do this pre-combat. If they have Violent Outburst, it's even fine because I get this Tourach back. That actually sounds super fun. Just like your deck is mostly Group Hug, and like you're acting all friendly, and then you just have like a 10-card Demonic Tutor, Vampiric Tutor, like Thassa's Oracle combo package. I played Thassa's Oracle Group Hug with Kami of the Crescent Moon, but you don't have Demonic Consultation though, do you? If you're Kami, I have that with Feldegriff as commander. Feldegriff is banned though. You need to have black. Academy Ruins Shadow Spear, so they're definitely a ring deck. Hold on, I'm updating the Mox field real quick. Okay, let's pitch the Fatal Push. Potato, the 8 months, thank you. Yeah, Orvars are for Archon of Cruelty decks. They have no white mana, so... If they do draw a white source immediately, it's pretty bad for me. Sheoldred can maybe let me survive a Cauldron. Of course. Of course. Diverse and Archon of Cruelty since Lord of the Rings came out. Yeah. The creativity is still a really relatively popular deck. Okay, so we get Thoughtseize the Cauldron now. Double Urza Saga is a little bit scary though. Yeah, opponent's playing like an artifact-based blue-white Stoneblade deck. Yeah, Forge would be pretty good here. Happy enough with this being their turn, I guess. You know, I was just thinking about drawing a Field of Ruin. Oh, I guess I probably should have just taken both Stoneforges with the Grief though, because they do have the Academy Ruins. Lane Pants with the 3-pack. Although the Sheoldred plus Bowmasters is maybe going to be a good way for me to beat this ring. That's for deck tech. You can post a link in the chat. Feldegriff to formally crack Defense of the Heart, level Earth Oracle. That sounds awesome. Actually sounds, yeah, that sounds like exactly what we're looking for even. Yeah, they're maybe playing an Emery deck. Not super used to playing against Academy Ruins. Yeah, they can also Ruins Cauldron. That'd be kind of gnarly. 5-0 with this last week. Still tweaking stuff. Cool. We had a draft of this. Yeah, I guess let's go ahead and field the Academy Ruins. Well, maybe I can still field Saga and just like it depends on what they put on top. I guess either way, it's really dangerous for them to have both of these. So they put the One Ring on top. So if I field a Ruin, I force a shuffle. Yeah, I need to field the Academy Ruins because they can also just get they can just put the Cauldron on top and then Stoneforge it into play. Not that these Saga tokens are going to be easy to beat. Yeah, we did beat the Dredge opponent earlier. We 3-2'd the first league. Only playing 3 Thought Monitors feels wrong, but I do acknowledge, like, with this amount of card advantage, it's maybe fine. Seems very similar to what we had. I think you're playing more 0-drops than I was playing, which I do like. Imri, in theory, gets a lot better with 4 rings in the deck. So it maybe even is like good to like not play Thought Monitor, but you can also play Imri over Hard Evidence pretty easily, especially with this many zeros. That's probably a change that I'm going to recommend. Got Thoughtseize before Sheoldred. Leave the tokens back since they just get blocked by the Saga. I think it's a pretty good draft. I will say that I've been kind of low on the Flusterstorms. I would maybe just play Force of Negation over it and in your sideboard and bring in Force against like Karn the Great Crater deck specifically. Like you can just overpower Rhinos and you can like Graveyard Hate Living End. I think is a fine plan. So I don't think you need the Flusterstorms. I'd just be on Forces instead for specifically Karn decks. Orcish Bowmaster, 1 Stoneforge, block with a Mass. So the Stoneforge is currently a 2/3, maybe double block. No, we lost with the Mold of One Hand, despite us resolving a ring on like turn 6. Already used their Aether Spell Bomb. They maybe have more than one, but I wouldn't be surprised. Hit Needle on Castle, maybe. Just build a 4-column, that's better. Counterspell Halfling. I think I would always be playing Halfling right now. But I was playing Reprieve because Counterspell is too tough with the mana, but I want access to that kind of effect. But I'm not sure exactly what 75 I'd play right now. They do name Castle and they don't make a second token. Them not making a second token is, I guess, something I'm really happy with. But that probably means they drew like a 4-drop. But the 4-drop is a ring, which is... It's tough for them to have this into my Sheoldred Orcish Bowmasters. And this means they're not like pressuring my like 8-point life total. So let's attack with protection from everything. I guess we'll cast the Grief, though. I know that they have protection from everything, but seems reasonable just to have the body in play. Blondie again with a 26, thank you. So they go down to 14, then they go down to 12. If they tap the ring, they're taking 5. They do have a Shadow Spear in play. So I'm maybe supposed to ping the construct some amount if they tap the ring. Probably kill the Sentinel. Yeah, killing the Sentinel shrinks the construct too. Good Malakir Rebirth. It's actually good for me to let them draw a card of the Sentinel here. Yeah. Maybe I want them to have... No, I don't. I just don't think I want them to have the blocker, mostly. And also, like, they gain 1 less life. So we take 0. They gain 5 up to 15. Oh, but they can draw when in response to this. Oh, but they don't. So many, like, weird situations to learn in Modern right now. I just feel like so many times lately I'm like, oh, that's what happens. But this is exactly like what, you know, what playtesting seasons are like. So say they block the Bowmasters, they're gonna take 11 down to 6. Yeah, I think I'm like okay enough with that outcome to attack with my Bowmasters here. And obviously if they just jump Sheoldred, the Bowmaster attacks a bit better. Are they just dead? I think they've killed themselves. Especially don't do this pre-damage because the army gets bigger, but obviously everybody's like not used to playing against Bowmasters yet. Dude, Ring sucks. Ring is so bad, what the hell? Honestly, like, just the bombs to kill Saga tokens mostly seem fine. I don't know if I actually want 4. So, Shadow of Doubt's good against Stoneforge, worse on the draw. I don't remember seeing fetch lands. I'm kind of scrolling through the game log. They did play Hallowed Fountain. They played Saga. I think they just played Hallowed Fountain, Academy Ruins, Saga. Oh, they did play Floodstream. I'm just looking at the game log, so we'll keep those in. I'm gonna get the Edicts, I think. Although Edict can kill a Cauldron token. Yeah, let's do 3 bombs. Murderous Cut's probably cuttable. I want the Voidwalkers. I want the Bowmasters. Maybe since we're bringing in 2 jobs, can cut the SIDEBOARDs and trim Thoughtseize for more cut. Have Voidwalker? I feel like Voidwalker is good against them. Good trim 1. Yeah. Shadow of Doubt hitting fetch lands and Stoneforge is worth playing. Edict on Culture Circumstantial. It's just that like you have like no other answers to the Germ token that I think it's probably important to play. Yeah, we need to play more Jund Saga with Ring. I don't know if I'm going to do it on stream or off stream, but I need to. We just lost playing for a trophy with the only league we played. Ingenious Smith, Seacrum Coast number 2, Urza Saga, Portable Hole, Haywire Might. We have the Field of Ruin and or Ratchet Bomb for the Saga. Could also just take Ingenious Smith, Pithing Needle, Stoneforge Mystic. Then they can Haywire Might my Needle, which is a bit awkward. That's a tough spot. I'm going to take the Stoneforge. Why do you like Shadow of Doubt in the meta right now? There's a lot of freaking fetch lands. Also, like, it's reasonable against Tron, which is on the uptick. Fetch lands are super popular. Shadow of Doubt's just kind of good, I guess. Good old Thoughtseize bug. Do you think Kethis could be good? It could be. I'd be kind of surprised if it was, but there's been surprised if it's better than Breach combo. But I really don't want to work on it. Please don't make me work on it. these decks usually play a green source. I imagine if they have Haywire Might in their deck, they have like a fetchable green source. Right, then they just portable. Well, yeah. I don't think we had a better line though. So you can ring next turn for protection. And then Sheoldred gain a lot of life. Let's just go ahead and I think just Field of Ruin them. Have Band Triumph. Oh, I totally missed the Band Triumph. Well, they do have the Might, so maybe like my Sheoldred plus Ring. I mean, they don't have green mana yet. They have Smith Might mystery card. I think two Shadow of Doubts are like good for the leagues and maybe testing it. But I think that I would play no more than one copy at the Pro Tour. Like the first copy is kind of nice because then they're like, man, I have to fetch main phase every single turn, or maybe they just forget. I think the first copy is good in open deck list, and you probably shouldn't play more than that. What would be the correct etiquette when playing Shadow of Doubt in paper and your opponent shortcuts by cracking 2 fetches at once? Casting the Shadow of Doubt, I guess. I don't know. If it's F&M, you just say, I'm going to Shadow Doubt the first one if it's like a real tournament. Shadow Doubt. Maybe a little bit of a messy situation. Okay, if we draw a Grief, I want to try to Grief the Haywire Might, so we're going to tap that main phase. Are one of us more impactful in an open decklist tournament? It kind of depends, sure. But like the first copy of like cards that you have to play around, like Mana Tithe, Shadow of Doubt, are like annoying for your opponents to see. They did find a green source. We're not going to concede because we could still draw. Or maybe I'm not even dead. I just play Sheoldred, push this, take 5, take 6, take 6. I am not dead. Do you like or dislike the idea of open decklist PT? I'm pretty neutral overall. I don't feel super strongly about open decklist versus not open decklist. I know some people feel stronger about it. I don't really. I think this exactly kills me. They may miss that it kills me though. I just like whatever the format of the tournament is. Doesn't matter as much as just me knowing what it is so I can prepare. That being said, I overall I think it's better that it's open decklist than not. Just like big testing teams, like the popular players have a disadvantage because like their deck lists get published and so like people know like what the Redukes and the Nassifs are on before they play against them, but also like the big testing teams have the advantage of scouting out and like having a complete list of what every single person is playing, and so it just like it levels the playing field I think enough that it's a good change, or good to have it be open deck list. Yeah. They're paid scouts recording deck lists, just bad for the game I think. And you just get to factor the open decklist thing into the tournament. So go to 1, which is conveniently not 0. Gain 2. Oh. Huh. Guess we attack. Since we're going to gain 2 up to 7, they can Ratchet Bomb any Thopter token. Yeah, I think the green source is just for might. Maybe it's good to upkeep Shadow of Doubt to be better against a counterspell. Probably not beating too many counterspells this game, though. Maybe making them play into it with like a Fetch Land or Stoneforge is better. Okay, no real reason to sack it. I could get it back with another bomb later. Why is this better coffers? The big thing about this build compared to coffers is that you get to play Malakir Rebirth plus Grief, which is I think pretty good. So if I Malakir Rebirth my Sheoldred, I die. Let's just go ahead and play it, I think. And then, is there any card I could see off the Castle Locthwain that... No, I just always have to block no matter what card I see, so let's pass. Although maybe I'm supposed to... I mean, I'm dead to removal spell on Sheoldred no matter what. Castle Locthwain's plus 1 life? No, it's plus 0 life, right? Because we lose 2, gain 2. What am I drawing to? The ring. Also, Sheoldred's Edict can maybe answer this. One life again. Yeah, they miss lethal. It's kind of risky to sack their portable hole, but maybe they should just know there's not really anything I can have here. Okay, game 3. Yeah, obviously they have a lot of Thopter tokens too. Yeah, seeing that they're on Thopter Sword, not something we saw game 1, I'm going to bring in the Voidwalker. On the play, let's maybe just cut the Edicts. Edict is a dead draw. Well, not if we like Ratchet Bomb the Thopters first. But like specifically, we're drawing to the ring in that game. All 4 drops? Yeah, I just can't keep like no play till turn 4, even if we have the Field of Ruin. This hand we can keep. Probably just put back the Shadow of Doubt. Why not crack Bomb right away? What are we talking about? Literally, what are we talking about? I didn't have a bomb that like it made sense to crack. There's never if we're talking about the theoretical Ratchet Bomb, what are we? I don't think it's a very useful endeavor. Really like seeing that. You can almost play Garuda. Yeah, just all those pesky 1-mana spells. But also the Grief isn't like really playable without the 4 rebirths, or it's much worse. So I turn on Metallic Rebuke if I Field of Ruin here. I want to save them for Urza Sagas if possible. I'm gonna slam the ring. I think we'll draw on their upkeep. Do you think Tourach is worth? I mean, I'm playing into the sideboard for the Omnath matchup and the blue-white matchup, and I do want sideboard cards for those matchups, and Tourach is the best sideboard card. Yeah. College Germ Token Indestructible cannot cannot Ratchet Bomb it still. Have their own ring? Urza, okay. Obviously pretty reasonable. We have 3 draws at action though. I found a little bit of action. So do I go Voidwalker, Ratchet Bomb, or do I go Field of Ruin, Ratchet Bomb? I'll also go Field of Ruin, Voidwalker. Sack Filbury first. Maybe. I can sack my Voidwalker for a card, pretty likely, so I don't necessarily have to sack the Silex first. Keeping my life total high is kind of nice. But the Ratchet Bomb on 2 is also really good against... No, I have to keep Ratchet Bomb up. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go Voidwalker plus Ratchet Bomb on 0. This is also like insurance against their combo. Yeah, the bare minimum we can play Saga off the Voidwalker, but we can also potentially draw like a Fatal Push or removal spell for Urza, kill the Urza, play Urza, then pop the bomb on 2. I can take 4 damage pretty easily. Four lands in hand kind of stinks. Yeah, kind of an awkward mulligan. Voidwalker's cast not play. I think you're wrong. Yeah. You can play lands. I've played plenty of lands off Voidwalker. You've been Mandela affected. I can also, if I do pop the Silex, I can still Malakir Rebirth my Voidwalker this turn. Maybe play Phyrexian Crusader. Crusader's kind of interesting. Maybe he just gets bricked walled by opposing rings. I think I'd rather play Tourach, but it's a good suggestion. Rebirth the Silex. Yeah, we just need our own Karn. Any coffers, coffer mains who have. I guess I don't know how you're playing Malakir Rebirth with coffers, but ever like rebirth your own Silex with your own Karn. Sounds very fun. Alright, taking a walloping 4 damage down to 13. That's the best draw. Always love to draw the best card. Do I want a Malakir Rebirth Voidwalker? Rebirth Voidwalker. Push. Birth Voidwalker. Field of Ruin. Ring and Reanimator anytime soon? I just don't know that Ring fits super well on Reanimator. Obviously, like, Ring, again, is still pretty broken. I guess we push first. Are we taking Invec into account? Yeah, I'm gonna sack the, Oh, fuck. I forgot that the Voidwalker gets exiled. -2 life, huh? So I guess, yeah, I was never casting the Rebirth there. So now let's go. Before I play the Urza, I want to crack the bomb on 0. Yeah, I cracked the Fatal Push. Or sorry, I cracked the Polluted Delta, which are there for Revolt. And they just didn't. But that's okay. Guess I'll let the stack fizzle. I have to for the Urza. And then I guess I don't even need to. I don't need to kill the Sanctifier right now. If they needle my Filgry Silex, do I even care? I just have I have 2 blockers for it. Alright, so this is going to chapter 2, not 3. The other one was going to 3. Recast Urza, Dauthi Voidwalker. Yeah, the ring has drawn me 6 cards this game. Hopefully 10. Is 10 too much to ask for? But it costs 4 mana! Can't I have 10 cards? I'll pay 6 life. Okay. Yeah, you can have your own ring too. Is dying to ring concerned? Not a huge one. So now I'm going to get my Bowmasters down. I think 5 would have been a more reasonable cost. I mean, the ring is too good as is. There's lots of ways you can nerf it, up the mana, make the life loss a more real significant downside somehow. There's lots of ways to adjust the current iteration of the ring. I don't know what I really think the best is. Yeah, like with the no life gain if it's in play, something. It's definitely too good as is. It's definitely too good as is. Okay, so Portable Hold the Bowmaster. They have 3 cards in their hand. If you target your army, stay both section, won't kill it. Yeah, you can target your own army. That's fine. So we're going to go to 1 next turn, which is not 0. If I want to play a... Do I want to reset? Do I want to reset my ring? I think instead, let's just go field. I guess better to play Voidwalker first, although I can't imagine I'm playing a Saga off Voidwalker this game. It does turn on Rebuke. We haven't seen a Rebuke yet this match, for whatever that's worth. And also down to like 3 minutes. Overar's Final Form, 2 months. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, happy 4th. Happy that their best thing to do here is Ingenious Smith. Finding a portable hole, probably going after my Voidwalker. Why not Grief? They have protection from everything, so Grief won't trigger. We'll Grief this turn, though. I've drawn 10 cards from... Oh, are they going to Needle Ring? They have their own ring in play. So I'm not going to Dynamite because I can still Legend Rule it. I'm going to take 4. So I'm not tapping this for cards anymore. Five, 4 mana Mox Sapphire. Oh, that's good. That's a good one to take. I think we need to leave the push up necessarily. Probably happy enough trading the construct. Don't need to worry about blockers because I do have protection from everything this turn. And so their ring is dealing them 2 every turn. Mine is tapping for a blue mana. My ring is so much better. But a cool game. These mono black lists have been so fun. So we lose 0. Draw another field. I guess the mana replaces itself, even if we're spending 1 for the Sentinel. Yeah, Pithing Needle doesn't stop mana abilities, so you can still tap Urza for mana. But you can revoke Urza. Yeah, it can go to 3, I think. It didn't seem likely they had anything worth Thoughtseizing, though. What's the best way to fight 4-color soup? Play Burn, probably. Urza Coffers. Doesn't sound like there's anything there. Very hard to splash double color cards. So there's no Cauldron in the deck. There's no Shadow Spear, I would assume. Or sorry, they haven't got Shadow Spear this game. I don't know why I thought they had. Big Nettle Cyst, though. You pro everything? Yeah. Yeah, I guess I forgot. Yeah, I guess I should just I should attack my 2/2s for sure. How long do you expect the ring to remain legal in the format? Until at least the PT, I expect. I'm gonna push the germ token here. Name Nettle Cyst. Still get done with the grief. Should probably be blocking with the Ingenious Smith since I only get to kill 1 creature if they do. They also have 20 seconds on the clock, but we're probably winning this anyways. Is main deck Haywire a good choice in the ring meta? I mean, it's so dead against Living End. Like, really, it's like, you're exactly, if you're Jun Saga. If you're Jun Saga exactly, then it's okay, I guess. Opponent's on a Mold of 6. Speaking of Haywire Might, take the Emery, and then maybe we end up Thoughtseizing the Heat, and our Sheoldred wins the game. You're gonna play the Last Chance. When is it? 53 minutes? Yeah, we can play this in it too. Freakin with the Twitch Prime, thank you. Last chance for the mocks. We 5-0. I think I've only played like 2 or 3 of them ever, but we did 5-0 one of them. They're pretty good events to play in. Although, why can't I see it? Because I click on it here. Oh, there we go. I'm definitely liking this deck, so we'll play it in the Last Chance. Yeah, the 4-color build is very good. Right, let's save the Field of Ruin for a or Demolition Field for an Urza Saga. They still don't have Delirium either, so should be fine to just push the Might and then probably lead on Ring first, anyways. Mox was to get you a PT invite. No, you can't PT invite. I'll play it the Last Chance. Oh, I 5-0 PT invite. We would be playing. I would never miss the Last Chance. But therefore, honestly, I should never miss the Last Chance, anyways. But they are 5-round. If you go 5-0, you qualify for. I can't. It's the Mox qualifier event. It's like I don't know what they call it these days, but it's like around 24 players per format. So Modern, Legacy, Pauper. I think Vintage, Standard. They might not do Vintage anymore. If you I think first and second at those in those tournaments get Mox invites and Pro Tour invites. Scroll of a Sealed Air could be good. Sideboard option. Answering as 3 mana stealer for a couple turns. I don't know. Maybe. This is something someone else has brought up. I'm not particularly sold on it or anything, but it doesn't sound awful. Have I been qualified for the Mox? I've been qualified for like the level 2 a few times, but not the real Mox. They attack. I'll just probably let them hit me with the Ragavan. I guess Heat doesn't kill it. We know their hand is Heat, 2 mystery cards. They don't have Delirium. I'll block, actually. Man, this build has been feeling really good. I would doubt Commandeer is making a comeback. Again, you just don't need to play all these, like, awful cards. You can play good ones. Oh, I forgot to do the Sign in Blood counter. Sign in Blood versus, Night's Whisper counter. Oh boy. Sun and Blood's not lethal because we can't target them right now. They have protection from everything. Yeah, they have protect. I'm not attacking. They have protection from everything. So I'll try finding it harder and harder. I'm gonna send this to my opponent. This is Reed Duke. Maybe give up though. Maybe Sheoldred's Edict to turn off the drum. Oh, I want to be able to Malakir Rebirth my Sheoldred. Yeah, Kill la Kill is so good. The Kill la Kill is my favorite soundtrack of any anime. It's so good. Been listening to it a lot lately. Esther showed it to me when we first started dating. Better than Bebop soundtrack? Yeah, I mean Bebop soundtrack's really good. Attack on Titan soundtrack's really good. One of my other favorites is, I can't remember the name of the show, Tower of God. Tower of God has a really, really good soundtrack. So up against Breach, against like Emery, Breach, and maybe Ridden 6. I want the Leylines for sure. Yeah, Vinland Saga, very good. Yeah, Tower of God soundtrack is extra good. Let's cut the Shadow of Doubts on the draw. Also, my opponent knows about them now. Voidwalker is maybe the Wink Link. I mean, they're just like a heat deck, you know what I mean? Like, this is the only card that trades bad against their heat. I guess Sheoldred is bad against heat. I just trim one copy. Kind of like that. Got the Edicts. And play like one bomb. Needles. So Needle can hit Emery and Ren. Yeah, I guess that's probably good enough. Just 1. 2. Look at this. Maybe need more Ratchet Bombs because of the sagas. We also have all the fields and stuff. Yeah, the Tower, Kevin Pinkin on the Tower of God soundtrack is so good. I even like I can't remember what their YouTube channel is, but there's like another composer who like was really inspired by that OST and like did a lot of soundtracks like inspired by it. Needle's good against Saga. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, the All Access Pass is out, so I picked all the alt arts for fun. Okay, opponent's on the Mold of 6. The approach or open deck list format, would a card like Shadow of Doubt be good or just bad? I think the first copy is good. So maybe if this is the Pro Tour list, we play 3 Sign in Blood, 1 Shadow of Doubt. Man, it feels great to exile a Vicious Bauble. Put him Mold to 6. What's the trade-off this build versus Coffer Despair? So like one thing is Despair, we were talking about this some yesterday, and it didn't really even happen yesterday, but I was reflecting on it more. Invoke Despair, much worse in a world of 1 rings. And also, like, so if you don't want to play Invoke Despair because of that, and you just want to curve out at 4, what if we just get other utility lands besides coffers, and we never have those awkward games with coffers that you see all the time, where you just, like, never cast your spells, or you legend roll your Urborgs, or your opponent's, like, you know, you're much weaker to Blood Moon with the build, and you get to play Malakir Rebirth Grief. Malakir Rebirth Grief is like, I think, something that's really good to have access to. So far the build has been feeling very good. How am I on Sun and Blood versus Night's Whisper? I don't feel super strongly, but I just think in a deck with 4 Bowmasters, 3 Sheoldred, the downside of Sun and Blood not being as castable is mitigated. And I've been pretty harsh on like Knights or Sign of Blood in the past, but I think it finally makes sense. Good draw, but still no play. Bit of a bummer. How do you feel about the rise of Combo Breach? I mean, just kind of bouncing back. The ring is pretty good in it. If I'm being honest, you know, like, I don't think the deck is bad, but I have not been that impressed by it. It doesn't seem... It seems very disruptible, and it's for something about it, like, I guess it's just the fact that you have 4 drops in the deck now, or... I don't know, the deck just feels clunkier than it used to. I'm having a hard time articulating my thoughts. Take them off red. They have 2 red sources in play right now. Yeah, the mana's really bad. The mana's really bad. So, like, Could maybe be off of... I know they only have one basic, so even though they might have Saga, I'm going to field them. The mana is tough. I think that's that, especially if you play Ren and 6, like in these teamer builds. The mana is really tough. Yeah, Thoughtseize Oracle in the ring metagame is nice. I am on board with that. Am I going to take 4 to draw a card? I don't know. Maybe I have to take this to game 3. Yeah, I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna pay 4 to draw a card. I have 4. It's funny that Decklist be built because of coffers and then doesn't make the cut. Yeah, I mean it's just like with like the curve like lowering naturally, and then like one thing is like you can't play Malakir Rebirth Grief, I think, in the coffers builds in other land. Oh, that's a good draw. To dash the Ragavan into this. Like, yeah, it's hard to play Malakir Rebirth Grief in the coffers build. It's not very viable. It's something that I think I've been really liking today. And obviously you lose like the busted draws with coffers, of course, but you also lose, like, I'm sure coffers mains will agree that like there is a really big downside to playing the deck. You lose a lot of games to your mana, and also you're going to lose less games to Blood Moon with this build. We may have another Ragavan, although now we have the Orc army. We got 4 cards. So their breaches are turned off, their Emrys are turned off. I don't think I'm gonna Needle right now. We could name Saga maybe, but I'm just gonna pass. There's Coffers mains. Like, well, Coffers main, I mean like people who like, yeah, or if you're asking, yes, people play exclusively Coffers. Coffers is a pretty good deck. It's fine. Not the best deck in the format, but pretty playable. Yeah, Ragavan has been feeling so mean. Another reason to play like this deck over Scam too is Ragavan is just not that good right now. So bad against Bowmasters. And also like the Ragavan decks are not very good against, like this build is gonna be better against 4-color Omnath than like a lot of the Ragavan decks too. Yeah, still don't want to put myself in bolt range, just gotta pass. Some Caverns to cast Sheoldred on turn 3. I wouldn't play Cavern in the deck. Like any deck also with like counter spells for Sheoldred is gonna have plenty of like removal spells for Sheoldred. Okay, so that's turned off with my Leyline. Boy, am I having a hard time drawing anything. They Thoughtseize my ring. Is Scam bad against 4-color? I think so, yeah. Like, I played 4-color in the challenge over the weekend, and I destroyed Scam twice. Like, it wasn't close. Obviously, you can lose to, like, Fast Blood Moon, and you can lose to, like, super fast Grief sometimes, but, like the games that Scam never loses, but that's kind of like how it always is against Scam. Like, Scam has some games you can't lose, but if you don't have 2 of those in a match, it's really, really tough. But you can win. It's not like you can't win. Right, time for a spell. Damn it. Could have been a bit more specific. I think there's a good chance they're sandbagging a bolt, so I don't even think I can afford to cast the Thoughtseize. Until maybe I draw like a ring, I don't know, but then I'm losing the life. Yeah, dying to Emery Beats would feel kind of bad. Could have been a bit more specific, I guess. What a way to die. What a way to die. Rebirth is a land. Yeah. I mean, it's not like I have... have I missed a land drop? Maybe I missed a land drop. Did I do a bolt? Never give up. Alright, give it up. You have 1 Witch's Cause, you get creatures back. You have to play like a little more fetches. I only have like 3 deltas for like Revolt, so I have 6/9 Revolt Enablers. gonna go down Thoughtseize. Yeah, and I like being this like very swamp heavy build too. If there's gonna be more blood moons in the format. Also, I probably want the Shadow of Doubts on the play. The Leyline was at least pretty good that game. Is this the 4-0 deck I tweeted? No, I'll show you the 4-0 deck though. Chewy Bacon, 3 months, thank you. Alright, don't tell anybody. The deck that I'm secretly thinking of playing at the Pro Tour, the secret tech is Vampire Pox, baby. The One Ring. Have you seen Edgar Charmed Groom? Have you even heard of Edgar Charmed Groom? I did not think so. Okay, opponents on, or thinking about the. Oh, I'm on the play. I'm on the play. I'm on the play. They keep 7. Turn 1 Emery. Man, didn't have a Leyline. Build the One Ring. That's scary. Voidwalker a little slow. Bowmasters would be a nice draw. Oh wow. Yeah, with these bobble activations, we just get to Bowmaster them here. You get to I guess I'm walking in the spell snare, but this playing Bowmasters on their upkeep is better against them drawing a burn spell off their first bobble. Two mana, 3 damage as you choose, plus 4 power. It's pretty good. They know it's coming, but still play it heat in hand. I'm playing the Bowmasters this turn, yeah. You know, when I first read Bowmasters, I thought it was like only cards on your turn, like the players draw on their turn. I didn't realize it triggered off like bobble drawn on your opponent's turns. What a card! Oh yeah, they did see us draw it. Yeah, I forgot that they knew about it. I don't know. I'm gonna. That's why you didn't want to play it. It could have been maybe good to grief them there then. Honestly, grief was maybe correct. Yeah, black really did need another good like cheap 2-mana creature. The card is really, really good right now. Definitely misevaluated it. Thoughts on inverter combo? It's just not that good. I've worked on it some. I think even in the ring metagame, I'd probably stay away from it. Dauthi is like, yeah, I mean Dauthi is a good 2-mana black creature, but like it needed another one. Dauthi was like literally the only good 2-mana black creature. And so like it's just having actually like eight good 2-drops is such a big deal. Dancer, Twitch Prime, thank you. Starman with Twitch Prime, thank you as well. Just giving you crap, I see. Should have known. Yeah, I'm sure you ping yourself sometimes at Bowmasters for Shadow. I hate the Gifted Aetherborn so much. Gifted Aetherborn is maybe like my least favorite Magic card. Like I no longer really hate Creeping Chill anymore. I hated it for so long. I don't really feel anything for Creeping Chill. The amount of like suggestions for Gifted Aetherborn when I play Pioneer is ridiculous, and that card is just 2 mana to lose the game. Nard with the 6 months, thank you. I would rather just like not play Magic than play a Gifted Aetherborn. Vampire Nighthawk, on the other hand, is goated. Yeah, it's 2/3 lifelink Death Touch. But Spike of the Devotion, I'm gonna be so devoted. We just do max pressure, or max pressure is not the right thing to say. Maybe, but grief them first. Maybe they have something important off the. We can play off the Voidwalker, but we can also just play the ring. Not get hit. We can keep this. Let's let them mold to 6. 5. Mesa go. Kind of interesting to see that after a mull to 5. Maybe it was good to play the Malakir Rebirth here. We're 26 land deck though, and I think I want to keep Grief as a good top deck. So probably Creativity. I'm doing well, Nifar. How you doing today? Ridden 6, always a good way to unmull again. Definitely excited to playtest this matchup. A little late, Grief. A little late. I guess we're gonna play it. Maybe I could go Voidwalker Grief. This is pretty good if my opponent... I can even like Malakir Rebirth the Voidwalker next turn. Yeah, there's just like a lot of combinations of hands, like only one removal spell. If they have an Archon in their hand, like this is like Archon no removal spell, this is really, really good. Do I tend to do Amulet Titan testing or do you think Timeless Amulet is better deck? I honestly think Timeless Amulet is maybe a little bit better, but I don't think either are very good. That makes sense. They have like similar weaknesses. Like Timeless Amulet is weaker to Disenchants, and they're both weak to Blood Moon. Although Titan's weaker to Blood Moon and weaker to creature removal. There's just like a lot of all of that. Come on, dude! Why? Why would you draw another Teferi? I'm like definitely playing this. I think I'll put the Voidwalker here. Yeah, because they have the Spell Pierce. I want to be able to cast a fairy to play Wandering through Pierce, maybe. If they Pierce, I can go Bowmasters still. And obviously turning off the Ridden 6 fetches may be relevant. Yeah, I think I'm going to play Black-White Vampire Pox. I'm locked in for the PT. I've been locked in the whole time, even. And this Pierce Fable mystery card. If they top deck Teferi that turn, top deck the Creativity or the next two draws, good beats. Atraxa. You don't say. Exclamation point deck for the deck list. Main deck changes the equation too. They put Prismari Commanded, Wooded Foothills, and Leyline. Draw 3. They do have Leyline Binding for my ring, although I have second ring. Okay, so I'm going to just ring first here, and then I'll decide if I'm going to cast Teferi or kill their Teferi. Yeah, I think I'm going to kill their Teferi since it's a bit awkward right now that if I play my Teferi minus, they just Rin and 6 bounce, and then their Spell Pierce can be annoying on my second ring next turn. Yeah, you can cast... Teferi doesn't turn off Voidwalker. So their hand is Wooded Foothills, Spell Pierce, Leyline Binding, Prismari Command. 3 mystery cards. So does this mean they're not going to Binding my ring? They probably don't have another untapped white source. I think that's what they're realizing right now. Oh yeah, they sold the Fable. I forgot about the Fable. But they just get a tap land to hold up Spell Pierce? That can't be right. You play a 3-mana spell, surely. Yeah, so they do have... They return Arid Mesa, so they have 1 mystery card. There's a Fable here as the 5 known, and then 1 mystery. Everybody attacks into the ring, too. It's so funny. I even do it, too. It's like, I know you have protection from everything, but I'm just gonna try. I think I like Sheoldreding. Let's put a lot of pressure on their binding. I get to gain a lot of life. The Rin ultimate is going to be tough to beat, but I think is beatable here if with no Rin in play. Yeah, the fields are interesting. I don't think it was right to field them this turn or anything. Kind of crazy to be in this game when they can't brimble them and they put in an Atraxa to play on turn 4. Although the Atraxa did not look very good. They go after the ring and not the Sheoldred, which I also think I am fine with. Then they Rimble them, and if they still don't have another white source, so they can't Prismatic Ending my Sheoldred. Even if they did, it would be pretty okay. So now I'll Fatal Push the token. If my opponent Spell Pierces the push, I'm okay with that. Oops. They still have Prismari Command. I think they still have Wooded Foothills too. And one mystery card. Bowmasters, Sheoldred, Sun and Blood lethal. Yes, we're gonna Bowmasters. They may like discard one card with Fable and then think that their Shaman lives and it doesn't actually live. Oh, their creativity was excellent with Voidwalker. They don't have Emblem creativity. Worth it trying to field them off white sources. It's not better to field them off white sources, I think, than to do anything else I've done with my mana so far this game. Oh, sorry. I guess I should have Bowmastered already, but I forget that they just I can't like let them choose the number of cards and then play this. They choose to discard none though, which is a bit scary. Looks like they found a creativity, which doesn't. The Archons are like don't do anything here though. This could also just be Prismatic Ending on my ring. It is Prismatic Ending on my ring. Okay. So I pinged them down to 14, and then Sign in Blood is worth 5 damage. If I target them. Probably just need to Sign in Blood myself. 8 damage? We're not counting the plus on the Orc. They block here, right? Isn't it 6? It's 4 from Sheoldred, 1 from Bowmaster, 5. Oh, 6! 6 from both. 6 total, 6, right? So it's still targeting myself. I just counted, only casted 1 ping, I don't know. Okay, so we'll go... Oh, and then the Sign of Blood does too. So it is 8, okay. It still wasn't right to target them, I think. Because they're about to gain 7. Stuff Prismari Command. Creativity is bad this turn. Looks like a Prismatic Ending on my Sheoldred. I do have a Teferi, the Time Raveler. I can get off the Voidwalker if it lives. Modest, thank you for the raid. Hope you're doing well today, homie. I think that they're going to be using the Prismari command to kill it. Maybe they'll draw 2. Wow, they let me on top of Voidwalker, so now I can bounce the Atraxa and I can field of them off of recasting it. Man, this has been an awesome game. The fact, like, we're literally beating, like, Rimblem plus, like, them having turn 4 Atraxa. Their curve this game was turn 2 Ren, turn 3 Teferi Time Raveler that they top decked after we Thoughtseized another Teferi, turn 4 Creativity into Atraxa, ultimate Red and 6, and we're still, like, doing fine. This is crazy. Yeah, and it's also game 1. So yeah, so I can't Field of Ruin them all the way off white because they have the Shaman token, so I think I just can Field them once and then Thoughtseize plus Grief. I guess I do need to take the Atraxa because of the treasure tokens too. Unreal game. Locked in this deck for the PT. Sorry, Edgar Charmed Groom. We are playing mono black, no coffers. Trexa drawing 3. Yeah, it did only draw 3 for whatever that, which is, you know, relevant. They've also made some mistakes. Oh yeah, they'd only play 1 basic, so these Field of Ruins are like basically strip mines. Maybe it was better to double field and triple field next turn. Thoughtseize the Mire first, and then sack this Dauthi. I thought that the card I didn't have the Thoughtseize in my hand until I drew off to Fairy, actually. So this is just kill a Bowmaster, make a treasure. They still have Spell Pierce as their last card. I think we just let Teferi die. I think Burn is good. I think Burn is probably great. We could lose. We do get to triple Field of Ruin them here, though. Oh, this card is Spell Pierce, so it is just a mystery card. Crazy game. So far, 6 fields has felt like a really good number, too. Creativity is only X equals 1 if they have it here. We really need to avoid it for like a turn, at least. Damn it. Oh. They besiege you my Castle Locthwain. I got another one. 1 Crucible on the board. I think that's mostly not. It sounds like nonsense to me. I guess we'll Edict first. Unreal game. Actually, unreal game. I can't. We were on the play, right? No, were we on the draw? Oh, they mulled the 5. Okay, they were on the play though, but they did go turn 2. They ran into Teferi, into creativity to attract ultimate Ren still. But they were on the play also. They didn't have a 1-mana removal spell for Voidwalker. That was kind of the big thing. What a game. So we're going to bring in the Needles against the Ren and 6 deck. Going to bring in the Orvars, of course. Going to bring in the Bombs. Cutting the Pushes. Cutting the Edicts. And then on the draw, I think I'm cutting Shadows. And then on the play, I think I play them over the Sign of Bloods. Could make some sense. Also, Tourach is maybe just better than Sheoldred. Play 1 Sheoldred, 2 Tourach. No, I think we need 2 Sheoldred just in the ring deck, like minimum maybe. Shows they cast Fable instead of moving Voidwalker across the game. Yeah, there was like my opponent could have played better for sure, but what a crazy game to win. Cut. No, I think you want the first Murderous Cut against creativity. We also have the last chance qualifier coming up. If we 5-0, I think I may just drop. Yeah, I'll just drop if we lose a match here. But if we 5-0, we get the Modern Championship token. Fetch Land is for the 1 Delve spell and Revolt for Fatal Push. We see Archons. Yeah, we did see Archon. It seems like I think they're on 1 Atraxa, 3 Archon. So we want the Orvars. Feels bad to play the Malakir Mire after drawing Grief. I think we have to though. I'm playing this deck at the last chance. It's been really good. We're 6-2 on the day, up a game. I'm also like, I'm not really that interested in testing the 4-color list anymore. Or at the very least, like, I probably don't want to like reveal too much more tech I have for it. If I want to play it at the PT. Obviously, like with second place in the challenge, it's in the running. Maybe double queuing for a little bit. Hopefully not. Man, I love my new keyboard. Types. It was cheap. It types really well. I wish I remembered the model. I could recommend it. Why not have coffers in the deck? I think I'm starting to think that like it's not exactly that coffers loses you more games than it wins, but it is that. It's not quite that simplistic. I think that, you know, you probably couldn't boil it down that hard. But it's also that no coffers means you get to play Castle Locthwains. It means that you also get to play Malakir Rebirth plus Grief, which I think is great in the deck, and you can't play it in the coffers build. And I think because of the ring, you don't want to play Invoke Despair anymore. And if you're not playing Invoke Despair, you're curving out of 4. You just don't need coffers that badly. Coffers is obviously sometimes very good, but also sometimes very, very bad. And I did miss that they drew the basic. That's true. Yeah, maybe Field that turn is better. I think I will grief them here. They had one unknown card. Why can't you play these cards in the coffers build? So specifically grief. So specifically grief is not good unless you have Malakir Rebirth or this kind of effect. It's not something that you want unless you have this kind of effect in your deck. And you can't play this in coffers because it's not a swamp. And obviously coffers need you to play swamps. And you obviously you win some games because you get to overwhelm your opponent with mana when you play coffers. You also lose games because you definitely lose games in coffers because like your mana is just so bad. You lose more games to Blood Moon too. So they drew a creativity. I don't currently take any Archon triggers, which is kind of funny because protection from everything is bad because I want to trigger Orvar. Do you think for a PT players are more likely to pick a deck with lower ceiling, higher floor to not lose to deck as often? Yeah. A Nambo. It's okay, I'll just forget that I have pro everything. It's okay, we still get to trigger Orvar next turn. Unless we ring again, I guess. So they should have no relevant cards here. Casting Sheoldred seems bad, so we'll just Field of Ruin them. Discord over to second trigger, yeah. Takanuma. Oh, Takanuma Orvar. What a line. I totally missed it. That would have been the line for sure. Balancing the ring is a little weird here. So I'm taking 18, gaining 3. Yeah, I think we don't block with this one ring in our hand. They're gonna sack that Rin in 6. They didn't sack Rin in 6. Guess now I block. Yeah, they're just punting. No, we don't want to block. Now they sack their Rin in 6, realize their mistake. But we just get to like ring, so our Archon, so their Archon doesn't trigger. We get another Archon trigger. Damn it! We keep having protection from everything when we don't want it. No Veil of Summer up. Thank you, Field of Ruin. Although I can't Malakir Rebirth. Sorry, should just cast Thoughtseize instead. Forgot about that's a fairy. Oh, we're up against Mingu in the last chance. On the draw. Vampire Dice on Twitch Prime, thank you. So we're also playing The Last Chance. If we 5-0, we get a Modern Championship token, which is awesome. If we lose a match, we'll draw. Alright, keepable hand. Lose a life point. So they must have top decked Leyline Binding if they haven't conceded. No, walking through the motions. Championship token 2. It qualifies you for a small tournament. I think it's between 24 and 32 players. And the top two of that tournament get a Pro Tour invite. Different plan for the scam matchup for sure. Definitely a matchup that I had wanted to test a little bit more. Maybe we have an extra rep or two in our pocket now. Surprised they didn't. I guess subtlety's not that good. I guess I need to still take the subtlety for the. So it doesn't counter my Voidwalker, although the Voidwalker is not even necessarily amazing here. I think I want a Bowmasters more than I want a Voidwalker. It's just gonna put so much pressure on them here. With their hand being like all cyclers right now. Is Deadly Dispute go with One Ring? I wouldn't play those two cards together usually. It's kind of nice with Bowmasters and Ring maybe, but it's just you just play Sheoldred or another Ring. It's not that big a deal. Sign and Blood them. Sign and Blood them main phase. 2 damage from the Sign and Blood, 2 damage from the Bowmasters, 2 extra damage from the Orcs. So this is going to be... Let's just count this as 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. And then they crack the fetch and die. Take that, Night's Whisper. One short. Yeah, with the fetch land, I'm not though. You counted army twice? I don't think so. Could have Brazen Boga. Yeah, I mean, they have to top deck it, though. I think it's just better to, like, put them dead. Like, dead if they don't have Borrower or, like, the bounce spell or forces exactly. You're just, like, you know, the best line available to us. Yeah, I'm liking this deck a lot. Yeah, Mingu beat us in round 1 of the Last Chance, so we're just playing the league. You sack Ring in response to life, lost trigger, you still lose life. Yes, you lose the last known number of counters on the Ring. I'm pretty sure. Why Tourach? They cycle, so Tourach grows every time they cycle. Keep. This is maybe a discard Voidwalker to hand size game. I think it is. You really want a Voidwalker in the graveyard, so if they living in, you could just play the living end off your Voidwalker. So they have to either get to 20 power and Violent Outburst you, or Endurance your graveyard. Although 20 power Violent Outburst is a bit more realistic with Oliphant. Dark Main seems amazing with Dauthi. I mean, Sheoldred and Ring are better 4-drops in this deck, I think. The Sheoldreds have been so good. Skip turn? Yes. I've skipped the turn to put the Voidwalker in the graveyard, which is a line that I talked out just now. Obviously hoping my opponent didn't top deck. I mean, even if they top deck Violent Outburst, I think we're not dead to their Alpha Strike. And we can still Voidwalker the living in. Okay, we want the Voidwalker in the graveyard because if when our opponent living ends, just like right here, we'll show you. My opponent's gonna Violent Outburst, Living End. Voidwalker will come into play, exile the Living End, and then we can cast it next turn. But my opponent isn't gonna Petty Theft my Voidwalker, and we're gonna lose. So let's just go next game. But that's the idea. Then obviously top decking second Violent Outburst sucks. Can Bowmaster shoot itself? Yeah. It's kind of the same as just casting it though. Grief, but they have two borrowers. We know they have 2 borrowers in their hand. Don't you discard the fairy? Aspiring Spike, hello! Didn't you see they have 2 Petty Thefts? Hello? Hello? Isn't taking the borrower the play with grief? No, I took the Violent Outburst. I think taking the Violent Outburst is better. I don't know. Because they get set up into a spot where they just 20 power you. And it's bad against top deck exactly Violent Outburst, which is what happened, but this felt like the better line by a good amount. Yeah, a lot of chatting. It'd be a bit bad to do this if they have Force of Vigor into Cycle into Living End, but they'd just be living in like 1 creature into play. Yeah, you can doubt the 4 cycling, but I didn't have double black available thanks to these fields. I mean, chat is fine. New version of Living in Fury Lands and newer cycles. That's good. It's a really good deck. I mean, it was Living in already a really good deck, but better now. Or even better now. Yeah, what's this? GG's. So 3-2-5-0, 0-1 drop the last chance. So what is this? 8 and 3 on the day. Deck is looking pretty good. I think feeling pretty good also. So Night's Whisper won us a game and has been like uncastable on turn 2 a couple of times also. Anything in the chests? Sauron's Ransom? Cliffs? Not really much. Let's do another one.